guys, and welcome to Void of Just Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content. Talking about fresh, I just realized that there is no updated video on Dirak on this channel, so therefore we're going to take a look at this really powerful champion today. Some of the items have changed, so nowadays the former staple item Phoenix Tier aka Orb of the Magi is not featured in most of the builds anymore, and I wanted to give you the latest version of Dirak, and that's what you're gonna see in today's video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, now's the chance to do so. Put on the notification bell and you will never ever miss a video. If you find the video cool, give me a like, and if you've got something to say, the comment section is free to use. Enjoy today's video. Alright guys, let's check out the build. So as you can see, this is the build that I've chosen for my Dirak gameplay. As Dirak is sometimes close combat, just because of the shielding capabilities he has, I've chosen Barris Agony. I've taken the Gilded Greaves because the CC reduction is just really helpful throughout the game. We're using the Zweihänder here for the damage and attack speed and stuff like that. Plus you get some movement speed. You want to be as fast as possible because you want to move around the board as quickly as you can. We're using the Evil Secrets for the magic penetration and the additional cooldown speed. Of course, we are featuring the Diadem here as well because that's just one of the greatest items that you will find on a mage ever. And I've taken the Aegis here for the additional cooldown speed as well as its passive, the Spirit Bond. Pretty solid item, and it gives you the opportunity to be a little bit deeper in the enemy team, enemy lines. For the Arcanas, I've chosen my stable mage damage build. I need to try out the flurry build so that we can get a little bit more magic penetration, but this time we're going with 10 times Violate for the additional ability power. We're going with the Devours to get some magic lifesteal because that just means that we can just stay a little bit longer before we need to go back home. And I'm using Hex for the additional cooldown speed to spam our abilities to the fullest. Enchantment wise, I have chosen the Veda build to be, or the Veda treat to be the tree that I'm going with. We take in the mana refill because it's just really important to get a lot of mana. Dirak runs out of mana quite fast because you will spam his abilities quite often to get some wave clear. We're using the Holy Verdict for some additional magic pierce, and I'm using Holy Thunder because it just means that we're gonna deal additional damage. In the second or the third tree, I have a mixed build. I take a Mark of the Frost, and this is gonna be helpful because you can just clear an attack and you can deprioritize the tower damage, and I'm taking the Raging Inferno to stress the damage even further. So this is the build, and let's see how this worked in actual gameplay. Here we are, guys. Taking the Pendant of Faith to get some additional mana regeneration as the first item. And yeah, I'm going up against Natalia. Natalia is actually a pretty strong opponent as her abilities deal a ton of damage. She's one of the most powerful mages in the game with her abilities. Like, she doesn't have a good retreat option, but what she does with her spells is impressive because it's just gonna deal a lot of damage, as you can see here. Like, there was just one single shot, and here's the second shot, and I'm almost dead. Like, you need to be really careful when facing her, especially if you are just level 1, because she is out damaging you with ease. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. And her clearing speed is crazy. As you can see, like, she's just kind of broke down my my minion wave, but she does get a lot of damage as well. So we're here in the damage game. So that's basically the first minutes of the game. I feel that I'm quite slowish. Just checked out if Arthur is able to deal stuff against the other Arthur, or if I need to help out, because I've got the shortest way, so it would be my duty to run into him. I'm maxing my first ability here, and I decided to go with the boots and the gilded greaves as an addition in the first place, just to be a little bit better at avoiding stuff that Natalia is gonna throw at me. Beginning of the game did not really go that well at the top because they defeated us, got 2 kills here. But then in the end, RoV was able to clear it out. And the perfect spot here is that RoV was able to do so, because that just means that now their jungler is dead and he will take some time to get back into the game, which means that he will lose some farm in the overall process. Or let's rather put it like that, he's gonna need more time to hit the levels that our jungler hits. Threatening here. And look at that. The ult is super strong. I mean, yes, the cooldown, 70 seconds. You really need to time that quite well. Otherwise, that's going to be a bummer. It's really bad that there was still a minion here that I wasn't able... And that was the best flicker I've ever done. It was the best flicker I've ever done because I'm safe and I can now start to... plan my revenge on that Natalia damage output. I need to be super careful here because she's got like one spell is basically gonna kill me on level 5. But I think the flicker was just worth mentioning because I was able to dodge it with 0 health, and that was a good thing. Unfortunately, I did not put her into the tower with my S2. That was really unfortunate, but as I said, like if you're spamming the abilities from Dirak, and you're gonna see that especially at the beginning of the game. Now I'm using that stuff because otherwise she would have grilled me. That stuff is just worth so much, and she is gonna get her reward for staying in a little bit too long. As I said, she doesn't have a great ability to move out. Like that's really bad against her. That's really bad when playing her. I miss my ult here, and that's super unfortunate because the cooldown just takes so long. And as you can see, right now is the time to get back, because otherwise I don't have any mana, I don't have any health. I'm not helpful for my team. Minion wave comes and I need to go in as soon as possible. So, quite happy with the start. Like 2 kills with a hero I barely play. Just shows how strong he is. Like, as I wouldn't ever say that I'm the best mage in the game. And that said, I'm not the best Dirak player. I don't think that I have many games with him. Like maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe less. But still, he has some great tools. Again, I'm flickering out with almost 0 health, and I don't know how that mana drain happened. That was something that I was really wondering about when playing the game. When did I lose all that mana? Did not pay attention to it because regular viewers know that I don't rewatch my videos before I do the reposting. So if someone has seen it, if someone can rewind it, just tell me. But that was really confusing. Like suddenly no mana. That was really bad placed. Like I should have placed it a little bit smarter, because then that would just have meant that I was not losing that tower. I'm using the berry here in order to give me some protection against the spells, but unfortunately they were just too close, so that was not well executed by me. But luckily my team is here to just get those enemies and be able to get some kills on them. Chasing them here. Wukong is a little bit too late, I guess. That's unfortunate, but if enemies are doing strange things, we really like that because we want to win the game, because I want some nice content for YouTube. So a lot of things going on here. I think that positioning of the spells could have been a little bit better. That wasn't the greatest way to execute it. But then We got 2 kills out of that. Arthur is still in trying to do some stuff. And now I need to get back. And that ability is just so great, because that knockback is actually something that helps you, because enemies can't really do something when they got the knockback. And we deal a tremendous amount of damage here. If Hayate would have been a little bit closer, he might have been able to kill her with ease. And that's a good thing. And Pura heals us up here. Really nice teammate. Thank you so much for healing us, because that's just something that you want to have in game. Like a little bit more sustain is always helpful, because it just means more farm. And I don't know what happens here. That approach was really strange from our friend Wukong. I'm pushing Arthur back into our lines, because I want to give our Arthur the opportunity to deal more damage. So he gets a kill. That's pretty nice, but I had the feeling that I had to flicker out, because otherwise I would have risked to be killed by the AoE effect from Arthur's second ability, like the swords that are floating around. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want free kills. Free kills are not helpful for the team. Well, anyways, I'm ranking up to Zweihänder. That's what I'm doing right now. And then I'm doing some ult stuff. I think that was a little bit too much, because we do get the double kill. But I mean, that way I was just securing that we do get all the kills that we need, and that we can now push on the middle tower. We've got the upper hand here, we've got numbers. So well executed from my team, just to highlight their actions a little bit. And now we are on the second tower. Quite smooth, actually. Quite smooth, and it might just be possible to take the third tower. I mean, you need to be careful about that. Like if the enemy's wave clear is really good, then you should not approach the third tier tower, because that's just going to be something that you will regret in the end. But if you can go for it, just go for it. Again, I'm using my ability to kind of deconstruct the enemy team, or at least I try to do so. And I'm this is the game where I'm super lucky with health bars. There's the third situation, and I think there is some inbuilt stuff that comes from the Dirak stuff. I don't know about that. Boom! Again, overkill. Complete overkill. But sometimes I just want to shield myself. So yeah, I know, you diehard Dirak players, I'm not the best one, and I don't know how to use his abilities properly, but I'm trying my very best. I think a 4-1-6 is okayable. So I decided to take the Aegis before I'm going on with my damage build, just to feel a little bit safer, just to get a little bit more mana, and just to have this passive that I was talking about in the build video, or in the build section of the video. It's kind of like another video, and therefore I was just thinking like, okay, well, that's the build video, but it isn't. I want to get the Sage Golem here. Thankfully, Hayate puts on his brains, and he's just like, yeah, my mage dude might need that. So I'm up against Wukong. Not super much that I can do against this, but I'm using my first ability to get out and get back to safety. And while my team is doing a good job on pushing forward, Wukong comes from the back. Hopefully they are able to distract him or even kill him. And now there is plenty of stuff going on. Another ability going in for us, using my ult here, and now the killing spree is on. 2 kills in a short row. Ultimate is fired here, and we have a wave. That's super important. We have the wave. There's just Joker being alive. I mean, we are barely alive. On the other side, Rourke is tanky, but Hayate will die to a stiff breeze, which is not that cool. Arthur sacrifices himself so that we can push the tower. I think we could have pushed the tower even without his sacrifice, but this is pretty much game. We got too much stuff going on here. There we go. Another character is killed. I'm using my stuff here. I'm using my stuff here as well. Rock kills everything, and man, that's just so sad. Like, Pura is really a bad hero if you want to fight her toe on toe, because she's got the sustain. Like, Pura's got crazy sustain, and I can't even show you the full build because I have not been able to do so, and I do get another kill here by killing the Joker with my crazy laser beam. Pretty impressive. I haven't played Dirak in quite a while, so I was really happy with the game. I played it just for fun, and I was just like, okay, I need to pick a mage. Why not Dirak? You haven't played him in a while. You need to have some kind of video content, and usually plans like that don't work out, but in this case, I was super happy with the outcome, and I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did playing it. 66.7% of participation. That's a good number, and yeah, that's the stats. Thank you for watching.